Naruto was never an underdog. There is a very common misconception about the Naruto series, and I see it constantly being talked about on social media. People seem to think that Naruto was an underdog character and that Naruto as a story is about hard work versus talent, and how hard work can overcome God-given abilities if you just work harder. And I see people criticizing the series on this point quite a bit. If you truly believe this, then I feel like you missed the entire point of the series. This notion is completely disproven in Chapter 1 and Episode 1 of the manga and anime. You see, Naruto was always strong. There has never been a point within the story where he is completely weak or even just an average shinobi. In Chapter 1, he learns the secret technique, the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Upon learning this, he completely overwhelms a Chunin rank shinobi that is trying to kill him. At best, you can say he was lacking or weak at controlling his chakra, which we know in hindsight is due to his massive chakra reserves and the Nine Tails' influence on those chakra reserves. Moving on to the first story arc of the series, the Land of Waves arc, where we do see Naruto working hard to master his chakra control. Him and Sasuke train for hours upon hours running up a tree. And I figured I'd mention this really quick, but Naruto does work hard throughout the series, it's just not the main point of his character. But when we first see Zabuza, who is essentially our first big antagonist of the story, we see Kakashi go toe-to-toe with him and ultimately get captured in his water prison. Then Naruto and Sasuke come up with a plan to trick this S-rank shinobi assassin into freeing Kakashi. And again, Naruto and Sasuke both come up with this plan. This is just an early example of Naruto's naturally very high battle IQ. And once this portion of the arc is over, we're introduced to Haku. Haku is a shinobi assassin just like Zabuza, and Zabuza even states at one point that Haku is actually stronger than him. But while Naruto and Sasuke are fighting Haku, it seems that Sasuke has died. This causes Naruto to bring out the power of the Nine Tails for the first time in the story. And in doing this, he is able to overpower or at least contest this S-rank shinobi while he's just at the rank of Genin. Again, just another example of how strong Naruto is early on in the series. Now we come to the very next arc, the Chunin exams arc, which is where I think that the whole hard work versus talent notion sprung from. The root of all of this lies within the character Rock Lee, where his story in particular is definitely a case of hard work versus talent. Rock Lee has no ability to use ninjutsu or genjutsu, but that's why he excels in taijutsu, which is pretty much hand-to-hand combat. But through hard work and sheer willpower, he uses hand-to-hand combat to its maximum potential, and he has to fight Gaara of the Sand, who is a Jinchuriki just like Naruto, and he's a super talented shinobi pretty much from birth. And though Rock Lee does end up losing this fight, he does prove himself to be a really strong and capable shinobi. This is a true story of hard work versus talent. But that story pretty much ends here within Naruto. See, not long after, Sasuke just copies Rock Lee's taijutsu with his Sharingan because Sasuke is an extremely gifted shinobi who was born into one of the strongest clans, the Uchiha clan, and he essentially gains all of Lee's years of training in seconds just by watching him fight. Further on in the story, some people claim that Neji vs Naruto is another case of hard work versus talent, but it just blatantly isn't. Neji is a part of another really strong clan, the Hyuga, and he claims that Naruto is weak and destined to always be weak because he was born a nobody. But what Neji doesn't know that we know now in hindsight is that Naruto is from the Uzumaki clan and the son of the 4th Hokage. He was quite literally not born a nobody. His real identity is just being hidden for his own safety at the time. And even during this fight, Naruto goes on to use the Nine Tails chakra and his natural battle IQ to beat Neji. Again, just proving that Naruto is a naturally gifted shinobi, up there with the likes of Neji, Sasuke, and Gaara. Naruto even later on goes to fight Gaara, who is transformed into a pseudo One Tails. He again uses his Shadow Clone, some of the Nine Tails chakra, and summons Gamabunta, who is a huge toad, to fight against a fully transformed One Tails Gaara. He's only able to summon Gamabunta due to his insanely large chakra reserves, which he has due to being an Uzumaki and the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. He didn't have to outwork Gaara here to beat him. He was naturally gifted just like him. So within the first main arcs of Naruto, he hasn't once presented himself as someone who works hard to overcome naturally talented people, as he's just a naturally talented person himself. Another side point, because I know it'll be brought up, but further down into the story, we see that Naruto created the Rasen Shuriken, and some people like to use this as a moment of his hard work surpassing someone like Sasuke's natural talent, as the Rasen Shuriken is comparable to Kirin that Sasuke created. But in that exact arc, Kakashi flat out says that even with the Nine Tails chakra being fully suppressed by Yamato, Naruto's pure chakra volume would be 4 times his own, which if you really think about it is crazy. Kakashi is a hardened veteran of a shinobi at this point, who in his own right is incredibly strong, but base Naruto's standard chakra reserves are 4 times Kakashi's, and he even states that with the Nine Tails it would be more like 100 times his chakra, further proving that Naruto was never the type of character to carry this hard work over talent theme. Even the manner in which he learns the Rasen Shuriken couldn't be replicated by most shinobi in all of Naruto's world history. He makes hundreds of clones that are constantly working to achieve a change in chakra nature, so he essentially covers years of work in just days. This doesn't really fit the theme of hard work versus talent. Naruto is using his naturally gifted chakra reserves in order to essentially take a shortcut. It's not in line with someone like Rock Lee, who put in work over the course of years just to contend with someone like Gaara. Now we're gonna jump really far into the series to discuss the main point of contention for people who believe that Naruto's story is hard work overcoming talent. It starts when Jiraiya says that he believes that Naruto is the child of prophecy who would bring about peace in the shinobi world. People think that this breaks the main theme of hard work versus talent, which I've already established was never Naruto's main theme, it was Rock Lee's. Another point people bring up is when it's revealed that Naruto is the reincarnation of Ashura and is destined to fight Sasuke, who's the reincarnation of Indra. Again, this never goes against Naruto's main themes. In fact, Naruto breaking this destiny is one of Naruto as a story's biggest themes. Breaking one's destiny is probably the biggest overarching theme in all of Naruto. It applies to Rock Lee, who broke free of his destiny to never be a talented shinobi due to him lacking ninjutsu and genjutsu. It applies to Gaara, who breaks free of his destiny to only be a weapon of the Sand Village when he becomes the leader of the Sand Village later on. As well as even Neji, who as a member of the Branch family is forced to die protecting Hinata. But in the end, he dies due to his own choice to protect Hinata, not because he was ordered by the main family to do so. There are so many moments where people are destined to do something and change that destiny within Naruto. And Naruto as a character never really even deals with the theme of hard work versus natural talent. Naruto's actual adversities within the story are more societal, if that makes any sense. He struggles with changing the world around him. He doesn't struggle to achieve power. Though he does train hard at many points throughout the series, his character was never about outworking naturally gifted people, as he himself is a naturally gifted person as a descendant of the Uzumaki clan, one of the strongest clans in the series, and being the Jinchuriki of the strongest tailed beast. Instead, where Naruto truly shines is his ability to change the people and the world around him, whether it be Jiraiya, Pain, Obito, Sasuke, the entire Leaf Village that once viewed him as the vessel of the Nine-Tails demon, or even the Nine-Tails itself. He overcomes people's hatred and becomes the shinobi world's hope, as well as changing his own destiny along with Sasuke. So no, Naruto's story was never about hard work versus talent, or hard work overcoming talent. It was always about changing your destiny and not accepting that just because you are one thing, it means that you can't be anything else. Naruto's actual overarching theme is that you have the ability to be anything you want despite what you were destined to be.
Hey Naruto?
What?
If I die here, the long cycle of destiny the sage mentioned might end. Release the infinite Tsukuyomi. Once I'm dead, I will just put an end to myself.
What I want to do is get all shinobi to cooperate. And that definitely includes you.
Thanks for watching, guys. I truly hope you enjoyed the video. I worked really hard on this one, so I would appreciate if you could drop a like and maybe share it with your friends if you think they'd be interested, as well as checking out some of the other content on the channel and considering subscribing to the channel if you enjoy that as well. And if you have the extra money and want extra perks on this channel, there's a link in the description to join the channel membership, as well as a link to my Discord if you want to chat with me or other individuals about all things anime and manga related. There's also a link to my podcast that I do with fellow content creators Kamui and Screenwriter's Perspective, so if that interests you, then check out that channel as well. With all that out of the way, as always, Trippy out. Thanks for watching. Peace.